Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
I'm Molly Roberts.
And I'm Drew Goins. Each Friday on Impromptu, we talk through the questions we can't stop thinking about.
Do we need to rethink how much we drink?
Why are companies really asking workers to come back to the office?
Does boycotting a business actually work?
Should we quit social media?
We're here when the news gets personal and the headlines hit home.
Join Molly and me every Friday on Impromptu from Washington Post Opinions.
Find Impromptu wherever you get your podcasts.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Wake your ass up, fool. John Jay and Rich. What's crack-a-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? John Jay and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be, and in the place to be. And you're listening to John Jay and Rich. Wake your ass up.
104.7 KISS FM, John Jay and Rich. You can shoot us a text. You text JJR and whatever your message is to the number 96893. In fact, here's a text right now. John J. Rich, a couple of things. Firstly, you all continue to promote the drunk dial line, but never share any drunk dials that you get. Secondly, when will mean text with Addie come back? Yeah, we need to do those. Get Kyle's daughter to read all the mean texts about this show. So that's how it works. Call us at 877-937-1047 or text us. Text JJR and your message to 96893. Okay, listen to this. We're talking about Peyton, and she wanted to rebrand, right? You got all those clothes. You bought a bunch of clothes online and all this stuff, right? And so you're sharing new stuff. I see Kyle. I believe you're wearing something I've never seen before. Is that new?
It is.
It is? Where'd you get it?
Amazon.
Oh, were you looking for whatever that is?
Yeah. Well, do you guys remember it was like months and months ago that I got to host the Celebrity Pickleball Championship?
Oh, yeah.
I had done like a huge Amazon order because I didn't know what they were going to have us wear, what they were going to not have us wear, and it turned out that they actually gave us shirts to wear. So I ended up not wearing this, but this was actually purchased for that, and I liked it, so I just kept it instead of returning it. Thanks.
Yeah, I like it.
So I was at either Ann Ross or Ann Nordstrom Rack. One of those two. I don't remember where I was, and it was months ago. And I found a pair of pants that were really, really cool looking, right? And they weren't my size, but I don't know if you guys ever do this. I'm going to lose weight and I'll fit into it. Anyone ever do that?
Sure.
Yeah? Yeah? You guys, girls don't ever do that?
I'm sure, yeah.
But you haven't?
No.
No, you, Peyton?
I don't shop like that. I just oversize.
I've never, ever shopped like that. But because when you're at a Ross or a Nordstrom, it's like, it is what it is.
You can go like a size maybe a half lower and be like, it'll
No,
work.
but they don't have it. Sometimes, I think maybe it's Ross then, where they don't have, it's like, that's the pair of pants they have. They don't have one in the back. And it was a size that was a little bit small for me. Some pants fit, some pants don't. But I bought them anyway. So they were like, say, $35 for these pair of pants. And I thought they were really cool. And they were, in fact, do you call them khaki pants? Is that what you call them? Is there another name for khaki pants?
Cargo pants?
No, they didn't have the pockets, but they were the brown pants.
Chinos?
Chinos, they were like that, khaki pants, chinos. So, and they were all torn up and sewed up, and they looked really cool. And I was like, I could see myself wearing these pants. I could see somebody wearing these pants, and they would look cool on them. Would they look cool on me? I don't know. I put them on. They didn't look cool on me. The style was that big boxy style, you know, where the pant legs are really huge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So I didn't like them, but I bought them anyway. And then,
why?
Because I thought I could go somewhere and they could clip them and make them,
you could get them altered.
Altered. It's funny you say that word altered, because I said tailored. I could get them tailored. So after about a month or so of having them, and I paid $35 for them, and they fit. I could now button them all the way. I'd lost enough weight where I can button them. So I thought, let me get them tailored. So I don't know where to do that. My wife was out of town, and I started Googling tailors near me. Nothing, none of it made sense. They couldn't. It didn't work. And as I'm searching for tailors near me, the word altered pops up, and it's alterations. Big difference, I guess, right? I didn't know that. So I find this place called the Alterations. It's called Denise Alterations, and they've been here forever. And it's down the street from the radio station. And when you walk into the place, it's like they said, go in through the blue door. So there was a blue door. I go through the blue door, and it's just like you would think from way back in the day. Like there's mannequins up there, there's pins and needles, there's where you step up so they do. You know what I mean? That whole thing. So I tell the woman, here's what I want to bring these up, make them a little tighter in my legs. So she does the thing. She's very friendly. She gives me an apple. She goes, they'll be ready in 2 weeks. Cost me $90.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
To get them altered.
Sounds about right.
A couple days ago, they tell me they're ready. So I asked my son Dutch to pick them up for me because he was in the neighborhood. He picks them up. I put them on, and they look the same. And I was like, man, that's not what I wanted. Let me go back there. So I go back there. Now the lady there is Denise. She's there, and there's all these famous people that are pinned up on the walls and stuff, but famous people from a while ago. Like, there hasn't been like a new famous person in a while.
Yeah.
And so I go, hey, can I get these altered some more? And she was like, well, we did this yesterday. You picked them up yesterday. I go, I know, but it's not what I wanted. So I thought that because it wasn't what I wanted, it would still be.
They would fix it.
They would fix it. But they did alter them, but they didn't alter them the way I wanted them. So while I'm waiting and she's putting the needles in the back of my pants, I'm looking around the store, and there's a big article and huge words. It says, the boob whisperer. The boob. And I go, are you the boob whisperer? She goes, yes, I am. And I'm like, what exactly does that mean? So I guess she alters bras. And there's a huge article. She was famous for altering bras back in the day. Have you guys ever heard of that?
No.
Where a bra's too small or too big, and they alter it. She's the boob whisperer.
That's cool.
So she now does my pants the way I want my pants done. And then she hands me the bill, $190.
What?
Yeah. And I'm like, this is the most expensive pair of pants I've ever had in my
From Ross.
Right.
From Ross
Yeah.
for $35.
So what did you say to her when you were like, this is literally $100 more than what I just paid for? Did you pay for it?
I paid for it.
Is it because she's the boob whisperer that her prices
Well, no,
are
I
so
felt
high?
bad because she was doing all this work on me. Yes, Grant.
You're going to the wrong guy. I got a guy named Tony. You walk in, he takes a look at you, and he goes, what, you want your legs a little fat? I'll take care of that. $15 whole suit, dude. I can get you in and out, no problem.
Okay, well,
But
that
it's
would.
in Indiana, so you're gonna have to travel.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah, but you know what? At this point, it might be cheaper just to pay for the plane ticket to Indiana and use Grant's guy. He's going back to the boob whisperer.
So the boob whisperer has a big bowl of chocolate nuts in bags, right? Like little candies that they give you while they're sitting there. And while she went in the back to disappear for a while, I started eating those. I tried to get $100.
As you should.
I was eating all these chocolate nuts in there.
You got jacked from the
real
boob
expensive,
whisperer.
man.
She got you.
I have the most expensive pair of pants ever, and I don't even know. Like they're going to be ready in a week or so, and I can't wait to wear
You're going to
them.
have to wear them
Next
every
time.
day.
I actually asked her too. I said, "Can you make these a little bit larger? They're a little tight around my waist." She goes, "We could let them out." I go, "Okay." She goes, "How much?" I go, "I don't know, half an inch. How about an inch?" I go, "Okay, great." I don't know this world. Did you know you can make pants wider?
Yeah.
No.
They have little things there.
I don't
Next time you take them to me, I'll drop them off at Jumpsuit Jenny. She's my little Korean dry cleaner, and she will take care of it. Because I have to have all pants made shorter. Because I'm not a very tall guy.
I don't like when they make pants shorter because they never look the same.
Well, you have to do the original hem. That's what you do. It's
Still
like
doesn't
however
look
it
the-
looks like, they can recreate it.
So that's just a little bit of my fashion update for you guys. When I wear the pants in
Yeah,
here, I'm
let's
like, these
go.
are the pants.
Let's
Everyone,
go.
these
Your
are the
$400
These are the world's
pants.
most expensive
Right?
pants. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. I'll post pictures up JohnJRich.com at some point. Peyton, what is your vibe for horoscopes today?
Well, the vibe is I'm going to tell you how each sign handles being late. So think about if you're always late or if you're always on time. I'm going to tell you what it is.
Oh, I can't wait for you to get the Virgo because personally, as a Virgo, I hate being late. I hate it.
Okay.
In fact, let's see. Susan, are you there? Oh, I hung up on Susan.
Oh, Susan.
Nice job.
Shoot.
Here, I'll send it to Nick. Hold on.
Oh, I hung up on Susan. Nick, can you get Susan?
Susan.
Today, Susan. Susan! What movie is that from?
That's my stepdad.
No. Your stepdad is Today,
No,
Susan.
he is
there's
also Susan.
But there's a movie.
Susan is Monsters versus
The
Aliens.
giant woman is Susan to Susan.
Monsters versus Aliens.
You ever see that one? You should watch out with your kids because Susan is this girl that's a giant woman, and they go, Susan!
Yeah, it's like,
so
they're
I
like,
love that movie.
what's your giant name? She's like, Susan. You're like, well, that doesn't sound scary. Susan. Do you remember that? That's a great movie.
I never saw it.
Oh, it's
good
great.
one.
Oh, my
Your
God.
kids will love
I
it.
think you would like it too, actually.
Watch it with your mom.
If you like
No,
Megamind.
she'll have flashbacks. It was like so annoying because whenever my stepdad needed something from her from the other room, you would hear, Susan!
And when she was running late?
Today, Susan.
Good. Well, we got Susan back on the line. Thank God. I'm so sorry that I did that to Susan with my chubby fingers. Okay. I'll hit the right button. Hello, Susan. What's your sign?
I'm a Virgo, perfect like you.
Yes.
Okay.
That's Virgos.
Well, Virgos, I'm going to tell you what you do or how you act when you're late. So Virgos, point blank, you're not late. If anything, you're getting annoyed at everyone else for their poor time management.
That's
but on
true.
the rare occasion that you are running behind, you're texting updates like you're tracking a UPS package, quote unquote, leaving now, quote unquote, 5 minutes away, quote unquote, looking for parking. You hate being late, and honestly, we love that about you.
Susan, is that you? Because that's me 100%.
100%. I go to work early. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm there early. Yes.
Like, I have a thing where I have to leave here. I have to be somewhere, and the latest I can be is 10:38 when I leave here, and I'll text my appointment, hey, I'm just leaving. I'm on my way, running late. And he always texts back, drive safe. And I'll get there with enough time, but I just feel like I'm running late. So I want to let them know that I'm late. Yeah, and then you get there on time, but you're letting them know, well, I might have been late.
I have anxiety. I have to be early. Yes, I just got that.
Man.
The 10:38, John James walked out in the middle of his own sentence. Like, I gotta go. He's been in the middle of his own thought. And then like, oh, I gotta go.
Oh, Susan.
How's everybody doing?
Doing great. Susan, all sociable.
It is.
Very,
I know, right?
very non-Virgo-like. I would have wrapped that up a long time ago.
I know. I can be both.
All right, Susan. See you later.
Okay, have a great day.
Drive safe. Ryan, what's your sign? Good morning.
Good morning, you filthy animals. I am literally the goat. I am a Capricorn.
My husband is also a Capricorn, just like you. And I was wondering, because I'm seeing if it fits him.
Okay. Well, Capricorns, I'm going to tell you, like how you act when you're late. In Capricorns, you hate being late. It's embarrassing, it's unprofessional, and it's beneath you. If you are late, you will show up looking like you just fought for your life in traffic and immediately start explaining in full detail why it wasn't your fault. And if we're being real here, it probably wasn't.
That is accurate because yes, I be fighting in the middle of the street.
That's so funny. One of the
It is
biggest
so
fights
accurate.
my husband and I
I
get
don't
over.
really hear a lot of Capricorns.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. No, that you and Grant and my husband, you guys are all Capricorns, and every time we get in a fight, a lot of it is just because I'm usually late. It's my
I was going to say, I mean,
He's
first
late
of all,
because of me.
Grant's late all the time.
Always on time. My family's always late, so it's like, oh my god, can we just be on time, people?
But I could see Kyle's husband showing up late and then looking at us and going, like,
It's her fault.
doing the eye roll.
Oh, he would 100% do that, yes.
100%.
I'm really interested in this because I think I am not late, but my wife is late and we're both Pisces.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to hear what it is.
Oh, man. All right, Ryan, thanks for calling in.
Thank you, guys.
How about Libras then?
Yeah, Kyle for Libra. Libra, you're late because you couldn't decide what to wear or what route to take or whether you should even go at all. By the time you finally make it, you're charming your way out of it like, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry, but do you like my outfit? You make running late look good, and somehow no one ever stays mad at you about it.
Except Scott Fisher.
That must be true because I don't think we've ever noticed Kyle being late for anything.
Yeah.
So the charm. You're like, hey, she's here. It's good.
That's right, because she walks in and says hi.
Yeah.
She's usually got a spectacular outfit.
Right. We've never thought about it, have we?
High
Not
energy.
one time.
What about you, Peyton? Leos?
Yeah, Leos, for us, on if we, how we act when we're late. Leos, we're not really late, and if we are, we're fashionably late, and there is a difference. We took our time getting ready because obviously we need time to show that we're looking good, and when we do finally walk in, it's an entrance, it's a moment, and we're acting like we should be honored, even though we even showed up at all. And honestly, you should be honored that we showed up. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Honestly, that's true.
I'm usually there 5 minutes after when I'm supposed to be, and I don't feel like that's running late. I feel like I'm on time.
That's the fashionably late part.
Exactly. Thank you, Kyle.
How about Pisces?
Yes, Pisces, Richie. Pisces, you're late because you were daydreaming about being on time. You swore you had so much time, but suddenly it's 15 minutes past when you should have left, and now you're rushing.
Yeah.
You show up looking slightly disoriented, like you just teleported there, but you're sweet about it, so no one is mad at you either.
Okay, that fits. Actually kind of fits my wife, too, because she's about 5 minutes all the time.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, there you go. If we didn't get to your sign, they're all posted on our website, johnjaneandrich.com. Trinity, thank you so much for holding.
Yeah, no problem.
What's going on?
So I just moved from New York to Phoenix. I'm 26 years old, and I'm just unexpectedly really, really homesick. It's like a change from New York to Phoenix. And New York is like everywhere. I take the subway everywhere. Public transport. Everybody's always around you. And Phoenix is kind of more like you're driving a car everywhere. It's just harder to like find a social life, which was totally unexpected for me. Like being an adult and trying to build a new social life as an adult. Like nobody ever told me this was going to be an issue.
I can so relate.
You can?
I feel like making friends as an adult is so difficult. And I'm like, why didn't anybody prepare me for this? I feel like there should have been a class my senior year that prepares me for all the life lessons that I need to know. The things that just like hit. You know?
And you're born and raised here. You have friends everywhere.
I know, but like I sometimes want to make new friends.
Oh my God.
Like
And you don't find that
Give me
happens?
chills.
Oh,
No.
John Jay doesn't
When you
want
go
any
out
friends.
and hang somewhere, like, are you going out at all, Trinity?
I am. I'm going out. I'm going out like bars, you know. I've made a couple friends, just like people who live around me and people I've met out. But it's like, it seems like everybody already has like their ride or die crew.
For sure.
And it's so hard to like fit yourself into friend groups. Like everybody
true.
seems like they already have their people that they already go to. And like I had those people in New York, and I feel like now I took them for granted almost.
But it takes a minute. I remember that when I moved to San Diego and I didn't know anybody, and I would be like, what are you doing this weekend? Everybody had plans. It's like I felt like I would even show up and watch you do laundry. I was so bored, like at the time. But, you know, it takes a minute. But if you keep on putting yourself out there, you'll find your peeps.
I think it's how you put yourself out there, too. Like, I think going out is certainly one way to meet people, but I think it'd probably be more productive for you friend-wise and actually building relationships by choosing things that you're interested in. Like, if you played volleyball in high school, maybe you join a sand volleyball team, and then you're playing with these people who also have like an automatic shared interest with you. Or if you like art, you know, you take an art class, you know, and paint pottery with people that also enjoy painting pottery. You know, it's like involving yourself in different things in the community that you also already have a passion for. I think you're going to find more people that you really connect with.
Right, yeah. That's actually a really good idea.
I have to tell you guys, not trying to be funny or anything, but I have like, I envy you.
Why?
I mean, it's just like, there's just, I can't imagine. Like, I went to a baseball game the other day, and I didn't want to go. And when I went there, it was like so many people and so many people trying to make plans. You get invited to all these places after that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to go to that. I don't, and I can't. And I remember when Rich and I first started the show and we were in Tucson, and you know, my wife had friends and family there. I had family there, and you had nobody. And I remember going, wow, all of a sudden he has all these friends. I was like, how do you do that? Like, I have 2 friends from elementary school, and I don't want to meet them. Like, I don't want to talk to them. And they texted me last night. Like, I just can't. I feel that it's the introverted me, and I believe a lot of it now is my newly diagnosed adult autism.
Self-diagnosed.
I don't want to deal with anybody.
It could be also like kind of a guy thing, because that's kind of how Scott is. He's not super social. He doesn't like crave new relationships. But I do also think, I know there is a lot of women who feel the way you do, John Jay, but I do also feel the majority of women we're relationship based. Yeah. Like, we need our girls. We need someone to go vent to. We need someone to like rely on when we have an issue with something.
I just don't, like, I feel so excited for you to move here and not know anyone.
Oh, man, I think the opportunity.
I would love that.
There's so many cool pockets of town. You could hang in Tempe, which is really tight-knit, and that's like, you know, big city-ish. You could go to downtown Chandler, which is the same thing. Downtown Gilbert, which is the same thing. Downtown Phoenix. There's so many things and little corners and little pockets and little vibes to soak up, Trinity. You should try to do that.
There's so many people out there that are like, you know, murderers that haven't been discovered yet that might kidnap you and you don't know anything about them.
John Jay is giving you the glass half full. It's like, hey, maybe you're looking at this all wrong. Maybe you don't want people in your life.
Right.
I feel like that's glass half empty.
What else, Peyton?
I
You said you wish you would have taught you a class. How to make friends and what else?
I mean,
taxes.
taxes, how to pay bills, how to look up how much my SRP bill is and what kind of energy I'm using, how to fix a flat tire. Like, we need like a home ec class.
They used to have that.
I know they do. And I did one in like junior high, but I need one in high school. I need a class on the life lessons that nobody teaches you.
Okay.
Yeah, you need a college course, Real Life 101.
Yes, absolutely.
What else do they not teach you? Can you guys think of anything that you had to learn on your own?
They don't teach you how to take care of anything on your car.
Balance your checkbook.
Pretty important.
Like a budget, a life budget.
I took a class. I remember in 11th grade. It was how to balance your checkbook and how to fill out the W-2 forms and all those things.
Really?
And look, you never touched it again.
I remember all that in 11th grade.
Oh, wow.
Like laundry, that's a big thing.
Yeah, like how to set up my 401k. Instead of having Kyle help me. Like all of those things.
All right.
Somebody start the class.
What else? Yeah, let's do that. We call it the Get a Clue class.
Yeah.
All right, Trinity. Well, welcome when you get to town, come in the studio. Why don't you hang out with Peyton? She'll take you out.
Yeah, we can go out. We are not going to Tempe, though. I stay far away from Mill Avenue.
You go out with Peyton and you'll probably move back to New York immediately.
Probably.
Those girls are crazy in Phoenix. Crazy. All right. Thanks, Trinity. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
John T. and Rich, you guys remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about the plane crash and the
one that flipped over on the runway?
And everybody survived? Well, we want to know how you survived death. Why are you still alive? You should be dead, but you're not. Alicia, what happened to you?
I was in high school. My friends and I went to go hike the White Tanks Mountains because we had a late start, and we went off trail. Up the mountain, there was a boulder. We wanted to take a picture. My boyfriend was about 10 feet down, so I went to hop on top of the boulder. It came out. It was about 1,000 pounds. Rolled down the mountain, hitting my friends and I, and then also my boyfriend at the end. If it didn't hit him, I probably would have continued rolling down the mountain, and we got stuck up there. So we had to get evacuated with the helicopter because multiple injuries, couldn't move. Yeah, they thought I had broken both of my legs, but I didn't.
That's crazy.
So that was a very near death.
Wait, what happened to your legs? They weren't damaged at all?
No. So I was a competitive dancer, and so I was pretty flexible, and so I think that kind of saved me. But it was just severe bruising.
Did you pirouette when the boulder came down? You did a kickball change? Kickball change. Woo! Boulder just moved to the side.
Well, I kind of jumped up there in a straddle, so because it was a big boulder. And,
I mean, when you tell the story, I visualize Indiana Jones running from the boulder.
Huge boulder,
but he made
rolling
it
down the hill.
And then the Jovitos got him. Well, that's a great story. That is crazy.
Glad you're okay.
You know what?
Thank you, yes.
You never go off trail. Never go off trail. Take that from me. I hike
in the
now.
News, they said that.
Yeah. Wow, you made the news. There's so many things we could pull from your story. One, we could call us if you've ever been evacuated by a helicopter.
Yep.
Or call us if you've ever been on the news. You would win all those.
Why were you on the news is a fun one.
Yeah.
A week or two later, there was that news where they were in the helicopter and they kept spinning and spinning.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, was that you?" I'm like, "No."
Oh my gosh, that was terrible.
That was terrible too. Yeah. All right. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Amber, good morning.
Good morning.
So you almost died, but you didn't. What happened?
So I was 15 years old. I was taking the city bus back from school. There's a sign in the bus that says "Do not cross the front of the city bus." Never read that or noticed that until the day I looked across traffic and I was like, "Oh, we're clear. I'm going to run across the street." There was a car on the side of the bus that I couldn't see. All I hear is tires screeching as I'm running across. Had he not been paying attention, absolutely would have hit me.
You had some angels looking out for you.
Still gives me the heebie-jeebies. I'm telling you, he was inches away from me.
That's twofold there. You've got to be the person crossing the street. You got to be careful, and the driver.
Yeah.
When you pass, I just told my son that the other day we're driving. I go, "Hey man, be careful when you're passing a bus because people might, especially when the bus is parked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people walking by the bus."
I never noticed that before, but there is a sign inside the bus that says, the city bus that says, "Do not cross in front of the city bus."
Mm-hmm.
Now you know why.
I was young, But yeah, no, I still think about that, and it's just like, ugh.
Well, we're glad you're alive.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks, Amber. Carissa, tell us, you should be dead, but you're not. Why?
Yeah, so it was my sophomore year of college. I was going to the U of A, and I was walking home through a crosswalk that didn't have any lights that like indicated, that somebody was walking. So it was just trusting the cars to stop. So it was 2 lanes that I had to cross on the one side. So the first lane, the truck stopped, and I was on the phone with my dad, like talking about my day. There were no other cars coming in the second lane, so like the truck was blocking the second lane. And I started walking in the crosswalk, and I took one like step past the truck, and a car, this like Honda Civic, was speeding down the road and pulled up onto the sidewalk to avoid hitting me. So it was like 2 seconds away from like taking me out in the crosswalk while I was on the phone with my dad.
Wow.
No.
And I froze immediately, naturally, and like fell to the ground in the crosswalk sobbing. My dad is obviously on the phone, has no idea what's happening. I'm just shouting, I almost died. I'm in a crosswalk. I almost died. And he was like, you need to get up, like get out of the road, like stop trying to die.
Keep moving.
And, so yeah, it was the most traumatizing thing that I've ever been through. Now that crosswalk has lights, so hopefully, it doesn't happen again.
Walking and talking, man. Got to pay attention.
Yeah,
she was in a crosswalk. You're supposed to.
It was dark with no lights. Pay attention.
I know.
So,
all right, well, we're glad you
But, yeah.
survived. Thanks for calling in.
thanks, guys. Love you guys.
Love you too.
We listen to you every morning.
Thank you. Good morning, John, Jane, Rich. Can I help you?
Hi, I have a near-death experience.
Ooh, what happened?
So I have an older sister, actually, and we were...
Say no more.
Say some more.
Go ahead. Okay, older sister, what happened?
Sorry. I have an older sister. We were staying in Colorado, Durango, and we were in this campsite where this train goes through this campsite. And we had just gotten back to our campsite, and we could hear the train coming, and we would get so excited. So my older sister, who has special needs, starts running up to go see the train. And we're all like, okay, like we're all heading over there. And as we're walking closer, we notice that she is like almost on the train track, looking down the track, looking for this train that's coming at full speed, or, probably not full speed, but you're feeling like it's full speed when you see your special needs sister standing close to the track. Mm-hmm. And so we're all like, get off the track. What are you doing? And I just remember standing still, my mom and dad just sprinting up this hill to go grab her. And I like turned around and closed my eyes because I just could not even look to see the accident ready to happen. And my mom and dad ended up grabbing her like last minute. And it was like the freakiest thing. So now anytime I'm like, nope, we're not doing a train. We're not even going close. But it was like the scariest moment that I have ever witnessed because...
It's like a movie.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, my gosh. It was so scary.
In a movie, that would be Superman that saved your sister. And in real life, aren't our parents Supermen?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe my mom shoved my dad up the hill. Who knows? Someone's crawling. I don't know.
They saved her.
So crazy, insane. Oh, my gosh. It was so scary.
Well, thank you for calling.
Yeah, of course. You guys have a good one.
You too.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
I'm Molly Roberts.
And I'm Drew Goins. Each Friday on Impromptu, we talk through the questions we can't stop thinking about.
Do we need to rethink how much we drink?
Why are companies really asking workers to come back to the office?
Does boycotting a business actually work?
Should we quit social media?
We're here when the news gets personal and the headlines hit home.
Join Molly and me every Friday on Impromptu from Washington Post Opinions.
Find Impromptu wherever you get your podcasts.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.